We're going to start recording again.
Okay, cool.
Take 3. I think this time we're ready. Okay, so like I said the first time, I apologize that I do not have my camera on because I don't know where I would put it in this image. So maybe I'll get that sorted, or maybe I'll just not use my camera. Whatever, I don't care. But we don't really need it. The main problem is that when I'm describing stuff, I make hand gestures, and now nobody can see them, so it's kind of stupid. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is give a quick refresher of the first season. Who wants to go over that? We can have Jimmy.
I sort of can, but I have a question first.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. What's
Are you sharing your screen?
No, but I can.
So we can see it?
I can. There's nothing on there.
Does it have information that we need? Oh, okay. Well, you said you didn't know where to put the camera, so I thought you had good pictures and stuff.
That's on my OBS on my studio app that's doing the recording.
Right.
I don't know where to put it.
We don't need to see those pictures?
Is copying my Discord page. That's all.
Oh, okay. So anything we might need to see is going to be in the Discord?
Okay, so most everything that I'm going to show you guys is going to be in the current in-game images channel. It's on top.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, got it.
And then also on there is our dice channel, and you can roll stuff in there. So, yep. Everybody,
I haven't even opened this.
Everybody have our current in-game image up, so you know what I'm talking about. Jimmy?
Yeah.
John?
The one with the lightning dragon?
Yes. John?
Current in-game image? Yeah.
Okay. All right, and we're all on the same page. Oh my God, it's like totally working out and stuff. Okay, so let's start with
sort of your voice is going in and out.
Let's have.
Your voice is cutting out a lot.
Yeah, your voice is roboting.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that wasn't just me.
That's because there's too many things going. And then we'll give it a try. Maybe if the music isn't playing. Let me turn the music off. Since some of us aren't using it anyway. Maybe if the music isn't playing.
I can't keep
the
up.
Computer will run a little better. Disconnect. It might not help at all. I don't know. Okay. Without music, which was going to be fun, but I didn't even think of it until a few hours ago anyway, so it was never part of the original plan. Okay. Now, let's have Lynn and Jimmy tell the story of how their characters became the biggest superheroes in the city of Wolvaris. Just a short summary.
Okay, I gotta think.
Default. It defaulted to us.
Yes, by default. This is correct. The big real superheroes died.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they were on it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they were on like an island, and the whole island blew up or something to that effect.
It had like an anti-biomass bomb go off that disintegrated all organic life
on that island. Right. Okay. So they all died, and then there was still trouble about, so they needed somebody to do something, and so we just happened to be there, pretty much. That's what happened.
You want to add anything, Jimmy?
I mean, we were like the important thing to keep in mind is we weren't actually in the superhero group. Mm-hmm. We were just kind of like like not low time, but lower in the.
No,
I can't speak English. I swear.
Time. I think that's a good call.
Yeah, lower.
Lower. There you go. Yes. Words.
So when they literally just like, hey, who's next in line?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Kind of
then,
like the Mystery Men. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
Which
Yeah.
which one?
Mystery Man.
Mystery Man.
Yeah, with Ben
Oh,
Stiller. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
That was a great
and then
movie.
from there, you guys ended up fighting.
Okay, now you're roboting very badly.
Now you're just cutting
Am I?
off for me. Like I couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
That's weird. I
Yeah.
should not be using more of the computer than Roll20 was using. Don't even have the camera on.
Were you
Well,
using OBS and everything with it?
yes.
Huh. Weird.
OBS did update.
What
But
are
you
you
sound good
using your
now.
Discord on?
Computer.
Oh, okay. Oh,
All I
weird.
have is Discord and OBS running. It's still choppy.
Could it be do you have a wired headset?
I have a wireless headset. It's the same one I use when
Okay,
I'm
never
playing
mind.
with you guys.
Yeah, okay. Then that's not the issue. I don't know.
Let me unplug the headset and we'll see if that's the problem because it's quick. I can just plug it back in. Hey, can you hear me? I guess that's a no. No one's talking. Yeah, I'm not in it. Can you hear me?
That's a cool picture.
No, you
It
can't.
is a cool picture.
Yeah. Has there been a mountain mentioned in Wavaris?
Well, that
A
didn't.
mountain?
Yeah, that's a pretty big mountain. I'm just wondering if like it has any lore reasons that I can't remember at the moment. My dog, he did because I have a rolling chair. Can't move at all.
Again?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
You're stuck. Yeah.
All right. Well, this is
Yeah.
as good as it gets.
Oh.
I disconnected it and it didn't hear anything. I would have had to go in and try and find it. So, no, I'm not going to do that right now. Am I still breaking up? Yes.
I mean, you're going in and out.
Then okay. I guess I gotta. Yep. Well, we'll unplug it and I'll go in the computer and go to the devices. Okay.
Wouldn't it
Make
be
sure you
easier
don't.
just to?
Oh, you said it
What
doesn't.
device?
I was gonna say, wouldn't it be easier for him just to restart his computer?
How's that?
Yeah, that you might just need to restart your computer.
I restarted it like 30 minutes ago exactly.
Oh,
okay.
Can you hear? You
well,
can hear me now? Is it still breaking up?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still
No.
breaking up.
not yet.
Yeah,
Could it
not
be
I
yet.
your
haven't.
Wi-Fi somehow? Something to do with?
It
I don't
could be
know.
the Wi-Fi, I suppose.
You haven't broken up yet.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
haven't.
haven't.
All right.
Mm-mm.
I guess it's better then. Okay. Where were we?
Oh, we just became superheroes out of nowhere
That's right.
because the other ones disintegrated.
I'm gonna go steal my headset from last year. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Can you steal from your past self?
Dang. The family secret I wasn't let in on. I'm hungry. Hurry up, chicken nugget.
I have a blueberry muffin waiting for me, but I'm like, once I eat it, my hands are gonna get sticky, and then I can't touch anything.
and plug this fucker in.
True.
Now you're making me hungry.
Sorry, I'm hungry. I came home and fell asleep, so gotta make my naked.
Is that the hole?
I gotta get some muffins. That
No.
sounds good.
Is that the hole? Hello? Is it working?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, I hear you. Is it better?
Yep.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah?
Much better.
For
Okay.
now?
Don't jinx it.
Okay.
It's gonna work, damn it.
And we're still recording? All right. So all we did was waste, 15 minutes of somebody's life?
30.
Yep. That's what they get. Well,
Just put a timestamp when you upload it and say skip to this part.
No, we went through it. They got to go through it too. Okay.
Oh, okay. Wait
All
to
right,
the viewers there, buddy.
Continue telling your story. If you said anything while I wasn't around, the recording got it. So.
I think I just repeated the same thing that we said 3 times.
Okay.
I don't remember. I have such bad memory.
I know
I
how
know we
you
fought
feel like
Monkey Man.
Yeah, you fought the Monkey Man. He
I
turned
don't
out to be
remember
Cake.
why.
He stole your.
Yeah, so we started off fighting the big Cake guy, or the guy we didn't know was Cake, and they turned into Cake, and then the lizard, when Jimmy turned into the lizard thing, and then the big ass twin ate him.
Yeah.
They ate the cake.
Oh, that's right.
I
Didn't eat the
remember
lizard.
that.
Yeah.
And then but anyway, so I think we took care of the Cake problem, and then, or the Cake necromancer or something. He was something like that,
Well-
and then
I think he took care of himself.
Yeah, you guys actually
Need to throw
never
the
found
steak
out
up
why
to
some
Marshmallow
people
Man.
were turning into Cake. That problem just kind of fixed itself.
okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
And then we had another problem with somebody threatened the Drakenweld sister
Corporation?
corporation.
Yep.
And so then we were all kind of there to protect them. And then I think we did.
Yes, you did.
I don't remember them dying.
They did not die.
There was an eldritch god that came out of the sea too. That Crash took care of.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the male
We are very good
the
at this.
male Drakenweld, Cornell Drakenweld, almost died, and you guys decided to save him instead of chase the guy that stole the thing. And that's pretty much where your story ended.
So the guy that stole the thing's gonna do something nasty now?
Maybe. You have no idea. Anyway, they're stopped being
I
Cake
don't.
guys, so that's great. Yeah.
Just
Mhm.
foreshadowing. Okay. So
Okay.
there's no more Cake things, and the Drakenwelds are alive.
Yep. It has been 2 years.
Oh,
Okay.
they have robots that wanted to take over, and it was a little
Yes, they had robots that they were wanting to insert into the police. They've done that. The robots are newer and better because the AI is newer and better. Everything is advancing extremely fast. What's the
I don't
question?
think that the robots ever tried to take over. I think Black was just paranoid.
Oh, yeah. Well, you should be even more paranoid now.
but I mean Drakenweld wanted them to be a big part of normal
And now they are.
human life and stuff.
Yep. Okay. Now, for the tricky and fun part, I am going to ask you guys 5 questions on shit we learned on how to play this game last year. And if for every one that you get right, you have a 20% chance to start the game with an extra hero point. For the whole party, not on an individual basis. And every one of these answers can be found in my side information that is hidden in the channels where you could look up stuff. But don't spend
And
too long
this is
looking
from
for
just
them.
last year when we played, not all the new stuff y'all been
Right.
talking about.
No, this is no new stuff.
Okay.
Although this is stuff that you guys, I taught you, but I don't think you ever did. Which is why we're going to go over it. Because I don't think you learned it last time. I don't think you're going to get any of these. Okay, so the first one, the one that you guys are most likely to get, is the basic combat roll. When you roll to hit somebody, what determines your difficulty to hit them? If you're shooting someone with a gun, what makes the difficulty to shoot somebody?
Is it the defense?
It is a defense.
Accuracy.
How do you figure out what that defense is? What is the stat that's used?
It's agility plus
No.
it's agility plus.
Well, it is.
Like-
But there's
What's
a
that
word
word?
for this defense. It is an
agility
active
plus dodge.
dodge. And it's not
Um,
agility plus dodge. Agility is in your dodge. Dodge is the
Dodge
right
and
thing.
parry.
Dodge
And
plus
toughness.
what? You got half of it.
Evade.
No. You don't even,
Parry?
you haven't learned this. Don't worry about it. You're just throwing out no, things for no reason. Let them try and remember from last year.
Toughness.
No.
Parry.
No.
Oh.
Dodge plus 10.
This is just a number.
Dodge plus 10.
Dodge plus 10. That's the defense
At least
class
I'm not
for
the
shooting
only
at somebody.
stupid one.
All right, you guys didn't get that one. Next, and this is something that happened a lot, and I had to look it up about 13 times. What does
No.
daze do? Hannah causes people daze.
Oh.
What does it do?
I remember that it kept happening to me with Mr. Monkey Man.
Yep.
Doesn't it get the
You
attention?
can't. You don't get.
Mechanically, what does
extra
it do?
movement.
Not story-wise. Exactly. You don't get
Oh,
your
right.
movement. That's exactly what it does. You guys got one.
Yeah.
Okay, so what it officially does is it makes it so that you can only have one active, what's it called? One standard action and your free action. So it removes your movement action. And if for any reason you would have had another standard action, you can only have one. You always only have one. But yeah, you guys got that one. That's one. Yeah. Okay. Follow-up question to that.
Okay.
This is going to be a multiple choice, only A or B as your answer. Only.
Hey.
Is it a hero point or an extra effort effect? And we're going to start with, how do you gain a second standard action on your turn? Is it with extra effort or is it with a hero point?
I'm going to say extra effort.
Hero point.
You guys have to, I mean, you could let John be your deciding. He doesn't
that
know.
Would be,
This is a team
that
effort.
would
You
be
have
a
to come up with
full-on,
the
like,
answer.
second. That would be a
Yes.
full-on second attack, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna say a hero point because I think extra effort is like adding to the. It's like adding your, making your English, making like your strength higher or whatever.
Okay.
To hit harder or have a better
What's the
chance to
fine-
hit. I could be wrong.
Isn't extra effort like something that a hero point can do?
I believe
So I'm not
an
sure how you would count.
extra. I believe a hero point you can use a hero point to remove the fatigue that can be caused with taking extra effort. That's where they're combined.
Oh.
Oh, then it might be extra effort.
I'm going to say extra effort.
Okay, well you guys
Or
have
hero
to
point,
decide.
if
So
Lynn
if
is-
you have to make a die roll
I mean,
to make
we
a
can
random.
go with extra effort now that you said that.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
it would be a hero point.
Final
in the
answer:
background.
extra effort. That is correct.
Sure.
For extra effort,
Yay.
by fatiguing yourself, you can get a second Standard action.
Fatiguing yourself.
Okay. Next, is it a hero point or is it extra effort? Re-rolling a die because you think you sucked at it. You're not sure. You haven't been told yet whether you failed or not, but you're pretty sure you failed because you rolled a 2. You can re-roll this, and if your new roll is less than a 10, you add 10 to it. So it will be between 11 and 20. Is this a hero point or extra effort?
I'm gonna say hero point because I remember when I was rebuilding him, I constantly was comparing hero points to luck, and I think that's why. I'm gonna say hero point.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, and yes, it is. That is a hero point. One more. This is your last chance. Is it an extra effort or is it a hero point? You can your hero can raise their strength by 1 until the end of their next turn. I'm sorry, till the start of their next turn.
Extra. I'm gonna say I if you're not sure, I'm gonna say extra effort, but I again could be very wrong.
Yeah,
but that's the one I was thinking of earlier.
Hero points are you rewrite the scene.
Yep.
You can do a power. What is
Power
it called?
stunt.
Power stunt.
That's actually extra
re-roll.
effort. It's extra effort to do a power stunt.
Oh,
but yes, a hero point can change the scene. You can be like, is there a washing machine in this diner? I spent a hero point to make sure there's a washing machine in the diner. Yep.
Then yeah, I'm going to say extra effort.
Lynn?
Mm-hmm.
Extra
that's
effort?
what I said.
Okay. You guys have an 80% chance for all 4 of you, because we're including Crash, to have an extra hero point. Who wants to roll it? We go into the in-game and stuff channel, and somebody, you don't all do it, one of you pick verbally and then go do it. Make our first roll. And if it is over a 4, if it's 5 or higher, then you guys get an extra hero point. Who's going to make this roll?
What are we rolling? Like a 20?
It's always going to be a D20. You're always going to roll a D20. In fact, I meant to have one at my table. I didn't get one, so I guess I'm going to roll everything on there too. Who's rolling it?
I'm not at the computer at the moment.
I'll roll.
Okay, do it.
Okay.
I gave you the... There you go. 7. Good enough. Everybody has 2 hero points. And now you know how to do some stuff that maybe will come up and you'll actually use this time. I think the only hero points we used last time were the automatic one when Black died in his first fight. Okay.
Yeah, I used fatigue a lot, but I don't remember using hero point.
Okay. So, let's get started. How about that? Where's my page that gets started? Nope, that's Dr. Gizmo's space. That's too far. Okay. There it is. All right. So, backed into our current in-game image, because I'm going to make some changes to that. So, imagine we're like watching a movie, okay? Our story is opening. I wish we had music. That is okay. So, we're going to... Our camera.
Maybe we could like hum or something.
Yep. Hum. Okay. So your camera starts with an above view of Wavaris.
Oh, cool.
It's a collection of cities, it's a collection of islands with a city spread all over them. Okay. The camera continues moving in. It goes straight downtown, right there in front of you. And we move in towards the cathedral in the center of town. The camera keeps going into the cathedral. It goes between these dragon statues, right up into the front door. And
That's
the camera goes inside. Okay, and inside. Now, this actually makes it look much smaller. The cathedral is huge, and there's about 10,000 people in here. This is a big event. Today is the 8th anniversary of the death of Emperor Malthalanax. Okay, and as we're so the camera goes inside and is showing all of this, and we're going to show a few things of the people that are here for this gathered epic day of remembrance and mourning. And we will start.
And that's who we all worship, correct?
Yes, the storm god Malthalanax, and you're going to get a story as to why, really, because we're going to do a sermon. So our camera goes and it shows the members of the unexpected who are collected together. He is in his suit, as so is Black, I imagine, since both of them have secret identities. Mildred.
Mildred.
And Stones. So everyone is actually dressed nice, unless they're in uniform. Crash and Black are all in uniform. But we can go over them real quick. Let's start with Hannah. Give a quick description of Hannah, and then Black give a quick description of Black, and then I'll handle the next three.
Okay.
The five of you are clustered
Hannah
together,
is-
kind of like in the front pews, because you're, big league heroes of the city now.
I want like a whole overview of Hannah, or just Hannah at this thing?
Yeah, whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. If you want to just give a
Okay.
physical view, or if you want to explain who she is, I don't care. Whatever you want to do.
Okay. Hannah is paralyzed from the waist down, and so she's in a wheelchair. But she's highly intelligent, and she is very good at communication and also persuasion and things like to that nature. And she's been working on her treatment so she can help medicinal things that come up. And she does worship. I forget the name. That king that we're there for.
Malthalanax, the god emperor,
Yes.
the storm.
So
you
she
can
does
always
follow
you can
the-
always just call him the storm.
Okay, so she does worship the storm, as is required, but not because it's required. She does.
Okay.
And she is dressed in. I don't know if it would be like black since it's morning, or if
Yeah.
it's like colorful.
Well, it
for
has
remembering or
been
whatever would
8
be
years,
appropriate.
so it's kind of both. You see some people who are wearing black to show in mourning, and some people who are wearing vibrant colors to show the renewal and that they're moving on. And this is going to be a ceremony that's kind of a combination of the two.
Okay, so maybe she's wearing like a black dress with like flowers on it.
Okay.
So like combination of the two, something like that.
Okay, sounds good. Let's move on to Black.
That's it.
We don't want
Okay,
to spend 20 minutes on everybody.
got it.
Black.
Black he's there, but he's not, and he's got a mask on. He's got white hair, blue eyes, pale skin. Well, that you could see like in the picture. It's very little of his actual face that's shown, and it's not a trench coat anymore. It's like a simple, like the suit that Zero wears from Borderlands 2. It's kind of like just that, like real simple plating, dark, and
Like
his
a
face
leather
is showing right
bodysuit.
now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's just sitting there, and he's trying to pay attention, but like he doesn't really personally buy into everything. So he's more like, is anybody gonna try anything? Are we safe? He's like a little bit more paranoid, but he's doing his best to look like he's paying attention.
Okay. And then next to you guys is a simple man in a crash test dummy outfit. He's got a helmet on. You can't see him. He's just sitting in his chair. He's got his legs are crossed, one leg's over the other, and his foot is just bouncing and tapping, and he's shrugging his shoulders and looking around and not paying very much attention to anything, or maybe a little bit of attention to everything. On the other side of Hannah is an aging elven woman, dressed rather simple for this fine affair. She's not here in, her finest clothes, or if it is her finest clothes, she's not very fancy of a person. She's got a cane and a happy smile, and her and Hannah are talking. On the other side of Crash is a young orc. He is dressed pretty nice. Not extremely fancy. He's dressed like Walmart fancy. The best clothes that you can get from Walmart, and probably somebody bought them for him. He still has on his baseball cap backwards, though. All right. The camera pulls away from the unexpected, and we'll just do a little bit more showing you guys other people that are here. Let's see if you can remember names, or even if you can't remember names, you can remark on who they are.
Is that Rachel Meadows? Meadows?
This is Susan
Something like that?
McKenzie. She's the one that gave you guys the
that
White
was
Knight
way off.
notes.
Oh, yeah. You might have been dating what's his name?
The White Knight.
Or they were? I don't remember. Okay.
They were.
He's the reporter that's kind of a butt, right?
Yes.
Or is that
He's the
Okay.
reporter that's kind of a butt.
The police chief.
The police chief.
I don't remember her name.
Her name's Lyra. Lyra
Looks
Krukow.
like one of the Munchkins from Wizard of
She's
Oz.
she's a goblin. She's about 3.5 feet tall, and ages 4 times as fast as a person. So she's not going to be around for too long. Well, as fast as a person, as fast as a human. She is a person. Who's this?
Is
the
that
talk
Rachel
show host?
Meadows?
That's Rachel Flowers.
Flowers, not Meadows. That was close.
Her
She
first name could
runs.
have been Flower
She
Meadows.
runs a superhero talk show in the afternoon called "The Gifted" with Rachel Flowers, which you guys were on.
Mm-hmm.
This is a different picture than we used last time, because the last time was cartoony.
I know who she is. She's the business side of the Dracula, right?
That's
sister.
Avril Drakenweld, who Lady Embers was targeting and trying to kill, and you guys were there to save her.
Mhm.
All she did was hide in her
Lady
panic room the whole
Embers.
time.
That's who it was.
Cornelius Dracula?
Cornell Drakenweld,
Okay.
head of the research and development for a research and development company, and also a very charming and playful head of the public face for the corporation, where his sister is more the private leadership. He is the public face.
He's a kid at heart, huh?
He is.
Because I remember when we were talking about the robots, he's just like, I wanted to have like those stars, the smashing, the morning glories or whatever, because I think they're cool.
Okay. So the camera pans around and shows you, there's, like I said, there's, how many did I say? Like 10,000 people in this cathedral. There are people outside. There's speakers set up. There are people who are home watching on TV. Okay, so the camera comes back and it focuses on the Archbishop as he takes his position at the front, taps the mic, it goes boom, boom, boom. And he starts his speech, with Jimmy will do for us. Just do the top part, that short little paragraph. We're going to break it up.
Okay.
As I have other scenes happening at the same time.
All right. Today, 8 years have passed since the God Emperor Storm Dragon Malthalanex ascended to the eternal skies. 8 years since our hearts were clutched by grief of his passing, yet even amidst our sorrows, we remember the 2 millennia of his glorious reign. Let us not dwell on the emptiness of his absence creates, but on the boundless light he casts upon us all.
Okay, that's it, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
then it goes to the shadow. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to switch our scene. And we are going to come to
Cool.
Draknar. Draknar leads a small force of about a dozen other Storm Guard as they walk down empty streets in the slums of Wavaris. Your investigations have led you to a meeting happening today, happening during the anniversary of your Emperor's death. A meeting where worshippers of the Dark Scourge, the Deep Scourge, are meeting. Worshippers of an ancient evil that your family has multiple times helped quell. They're meeting in an underground cellar beneath an old abandoned bar. And as you enter into this bar, which, where did my picture go for that? I made one. I thought I did. Yep. Okay. So yeah, you just enter the bar, and it is a beat up, abandoned bar. Everything is broken. You know, broken tables, broken booths, broken bar, and over in the corner is an old man. He's squatting here. He lives here. He's got a big pile of stuff. Shopping cart full of cans and cardboard. And he looks up at you. And we're going to change back to the cathedral. I'm not going to keep flipping pictures. I'm only going to add new pictures with new pictures. So back to the cathedral. The Archbishop continues his speech. Just do them one paragraph at a time. Or one. Now they're all sectional. Just do the sections.
You want me to say the title too? Or do you want me to just go right into the paragraph?
I don't think the title is actually important to it, so just keep going without the title.
Okay. Before the Emperor, there was only darkness. We were but scattered tribes, cowering in fear, our lives constant struggle against the encroaching shadows. The demon hordes, vile and insatiable, poured forth from the abyssal rifts, their only purpose the eradication of all that was good and true. They laid waste to our lands, devoured our kin, and extinguished hope from even the bravest hearts. The very air was thick with their corruption, and the world teetered on brink of utter annihilation. Then a thunderclap ripped through the heavens, a roar that shook the very foundations of the earth. Athalanex, he descended not as a distant deity, but as a living, breathing god, his scales shimmering with power of 1,000 storms, his eyes burning with unyielding resolve. He came not to witness our suffering, but to end it.
Okay. And then our image shifts back to the old abandoned bar. And the old man in the corner rises up to his feet, kind of slow, panicky, as the storm guard bursts into the place he has decided to make his home. This is you, Draknar. All your information says that they're meeting in a cellar underneath this bar. Maybe this man's a guard, a lookout, or maybe he's just some homeless bum and there's another entrance. You have a whole unit of storm guard with you. You station a couple of them outside. A couple of them come in with you. And this old man rises to his feet. Kind of stumbles a little bit. Tries to make himself look presentable. What do you do? What do you say?
Say, what are you doing here in this place? I don't know.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. He falls down onto his knees. Oh, please, please, master. I have no other place to live. I have no place to go. No one was using this place. Please don't hurt me. Please don't take me.
You have to leave now.
I'm an old man. I don't move so fast. But yes, master. I'll leave now. And he slowly climbs back up. And he heads over towards his grocery cart. Starts pushing it. Just making these horrible squeaks as the wheels turn. Excuse me, master. Excuse me.
Yes?
Oh, he's just trying to,
Oh,
not,
he's just trying to get by.
He's just trying to not be killed.
Okay.
But he's also taking an exceptionally long time to get out of the way.
Ah. Okay. My storm guards carry him out of the building.
Okay, they go and forcefully get him.
Yep.
Okay, and drag him. Okay, one of
Yeah,
your
push
other
him out into the street.
Yeah, they drag him, take him out in the street. And another one of them comes over to the the corner where he was, and he starts moving all of that guy's old, gross, disgusting stuff, and he finds a cellar door. And we switch back to the cathedral. And the Archbishop continues.
Brothers and sisters, remember the tales. Remember the great sky battles, when Mathalanax, a lone beacon of defiance, carved a path through the demon legions with his lightning breath. He faced down the great demon lords, their names now forgotten, whispers shattered by the might of his talents and the fury of his will. He was the shield that protected us, the sword that avenged us. He wrestled back our lands and pushed back the encroaching darkness, and sealed the very rifts from which the horror spewed forth. It was not a war, not just for land, but for the very soul of mankind. And Mathalanax won it for us. He gave us back our lives, our homes, and our future. He taught us to stand tall, to wield steel against shadow, and never despair.
Okay. Your lieutenant lifts up the cellar hatch, breaks open the lock, lifts up the cellar hatch. You hear scurrying and then a scream inside as you and a couple of your storm guard make your way down. It's a tight quarters with chairs set up in rows and the sun gleaming in through an opening in the ceiling. There's about 20 or so people down here. All filthy, homeless, poor, women, children, old people, young people, people of all walks of life, people of all races and species. They see you, they panic. A couple of them jump to their feet. They move to the back of the room. The one thing that you notice right away, Draknar, is that this is not a meeting for the cult of the Deep Scourge. This is a meeting of worshippers of Thorlax, the god of light. It might not be what you're looking for, but the punishment is the same. We switch back to the cathedral, and the Archbishop continues.
For 2,000 years, under his watchful eye, our empire flourished. He brought forth an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity. Cities rose from ashes. Knowledge blossomed and trade routes spanned continents. We built temples in his honor, not out of fear, but out of profound gratitude. He was our protector, our lawgiver, our divine father. He taught us justice, wisdom, and strength of unity. He crafted the very foundations of the Dragon Empire, a testament to his vision and his unwavering commitment to our well-being. His wisdom guided our laws, his strength forged our defenses, his boundless spirit inspired our every endeavor. He did not merely rule, he nurtured. He did not merely command, he enlightened.
Okay, and we change to the underground meeting, the underground church. A middle-aged elven woman steps forward from the group of scared, dirty, homeless. And Lynn will play. She doesn't have a name. If it comes up, you can name her.
I don't know how she would react.
Also, Draknar can react. I don't care whose lines are next. That's the situation. Draknar has walked in on arguably an innocent illegal church gathering instead of the malevolent illegal church gathering he was expecting. His instructions are the same. Behind her is a scared little boy. And a bunch of other scared people.
She's just gonna stand up, I guess, and just look at him. Like trying to be strong in front of the group, but on her face is just fear.
Okay, then I tell my storm guard, we're going to have to arrest them all.
Yes, sir, Draknar, sir. Yes, my thunder. A dozen armed storm guard charge into this little hall. People scream. They get bashed and thrown into the walls and into the floor. The only one who has a voice to speak, the chance to speak, is this elven lady who stepped forward. You don't have to.
I mean, well, I just, because I was, I don't think there's anything she can do. And
there isn't really anything you can do.
Yeah.
You want to try and convince him to let your people go, or to at least feel bad about what he's doing. Those are your options. Or get yourself killed as quick as possible so you don't have to rot in prison. There's no way that your people can fight them off. It's not possible.
Right. You can, I guess you'll look at, what's his name, Draknar? The
Draknar.
leader
Yeah.
guy. You can just take me. I am the one that found them and gathered them and guided them here, and some of them didn't even believe I converted them. Some of them are still not even sure. They can easily be shown other ways. Just take me.
All of you must go. You cannot worship other gods.
The little boy picks up a broken piece of table leg and takes up a defensive
Did you
stance.
see that?
It's behind you, but he's making noise, and you're probably watching everything, really. Yes.
Okay. I'm
Yes.
going to tell him to put it down.
We have to fight injustice. It's the light.
We can also... It is. But some cases, dying with honor is justice. And if you fight, it's going to be worse. For you and for everybody else.
The light. The light is with me. I'll protect you. He charges at Draknar
Oh, gosh.
with a broken table leg as his weapon. He's about, 6 years old? We will cut. Okay, you can. Yeah, if you want to describe it, go for it, because we could also fade to black it.
Okay. Draknar tries to wrestle it away from him. And he
Okay, so this is what happens. He charges at you. You try to wrestle away from him. He takes his swing. You catch, the broken table leg, the club, in your hand. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to resolve this. A shot goes off. Another shot goes off. Another shot goes off. 3 explosions, little explosions of blood and flesh explode in this child's chest. And that's where we'll fade it to black. I did it for you.
Okay, and now I speak.
Yeah, you can speak, sure. Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he was just a boy. Why did you do that to him?
They're
You
criminals.
didn't have to kill him.
He's a criminal, Thunder. It's what he deserves. It was what he deserves.
He's still just a boy.
That's where we'll
He
fade
had a
it.
future. He had a life. And
We'll
you took that away from him.
Okay. Let's fade it to black, and then we'll you can in a second you can tell us what happened for the rest of that story. We'll go back to the Archbishop. He has one more, and then we'll be done with that too.
And so, on this solemn 8th anniversary, let us not be consumed by grief, but uplifted by his eternal legacy. The peace we enjoy, the safety of our homes, the very breathing in our lungs, all are gifts from the God Emperor Malthalanex. He may have ascended, but his spirit, his teaching, and his protective shadow still watch over us. Let us honor his memory not with tears alone, but with lives lived in courage, in justice, and in unwavering faith. Let us uphold the ideals he instilled within us and ensure that the Dragon Empire, his greatest creation, continue to thrive in his divine light. May the glory of the God Emperor, Storm Dragon Mathalax, echo through eternity. I was so close to doing that without any mess ups.
That was good.
You did a great job.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you to Gemini AI for writing that sermon for me. Okay. Now, we get a 3 months later. Flash over our screen. I would like Draknar to explain how that resolved 3 months ago and why he is now alone here. Alone
After the child
in
was
this.
killed.
Well, let me continue for a second. Alone here in this diner 3 months later, on the day that he was released officially from the Emperor's Storm Guard. Okay, go ahead. You're remembering how it went, so kind of like narrating it. Go for it.
Okay. After the child was killed, I was enraged by what my storm guard had done. So I got into an argument with them. One of them, I slit his throat with my knife, and then they took me captive. They put me in the dungeon, but they decided to release me from duty instead of killing me because of my years of faithful service. I don't know.
That's
That
good.
doesn't sound realistic. But
What happened? No, that's fine. What happened to the rest of the people? Were they killed or were they taken? Do you even
most
know?
of them were taken. Some of
Okay.
them were killed. Yeah.
Okay.
All the ones who resisted were killed.
Okay. Plus a few extras just for the funsies.
Yeah.
Okay. So here you are in this diner. You're free. You're free from prison. You're free from the Storm Guard. You might be getting a notice from your family saying that they disown you, but that's okay. You're free.
I never liked them anyways.
Yeah. You have a new life ahead of you. You're not exactly sure what you're going to do with it. But you know one thing for sure. The Storm Guard is not the symbol of justice and order that everyone thinks it is. Or that nobody thinks it is, but that you thought it was. Nobody really thinks that if you talk to the street people. Okay.
So I wanted to, after that, I wanted to find out why those people risked their lives to worship that god. Why they'd be willing to throw away their lives to defend him and to defend their right to worship him.
Mhm.
So I looked more into it and became fascinated by that religion.
Okay, and now you're here. The door to the diner opens, and an elderly couple comes in. One that we've seen before. And a friend of hers. They come in talking and laughing. They're having a good time, which is a stark contrast to not only Draknar, but everybody else who's in this diner. People who are already drunk on their way home. People who have nowhere to go. People who have no family to go home to. And these two elderly people just come in happy, laughing, having a great time. They sit down at the bar. They order pancakes in the middle of the night. And while their food is being prepared, the older woman, this elven woman, looks around the bar, sees a dragonkind in the corner booth by himself, eating a sandwich. And she gets up, walks right over to his table, and sits down at it. You have never in your entire life, or at least ever since you were a storm guard, had a civilian walk right up to you and sit down without a care in the world? And she just sits down. You look like you could use a little company, she says. And her friend gets up and comes and sits down too. She slides over in the booth and gives him space. And the two old people are now sitting across from you. You're kind of dumbfounded. Not only should they leave you the fuck alone, but yeah, how come they're not scared of you? Oh yeah, you're not wearing your uniform. You might still be Dragonkind, which is beyond them, but you aren't part of the Storm Guard.
Who are you and what do you want?
Oh, my name is Mildred, and I just saw a lonely young man sitting here alone and thought maybe you could use a little company. The
I don't need
older
company.
gentleman
Fine,
holds
I'm
out
fine.
his hand towards you. Name's Albrecht. And he just holds his hand out towards you, hovered above the table, until you do something about it.
I look him in the eyes and then I shake his hand and tell him to go away.
Oh, come on, Sonny. You really do need some
Why are you
company.
bothering
Look
me?
at yourself. Look at yourself.
Why are you bothering me?
It's not bothering. Who's bothering? We're here to have a good time.
Can't you see I'm having a hard time right now? My life is turned upside down.
And Mildred leans over the table a little bit, catches your eye, and she says, Yes. Yes. We see that. And then she leans back in her booth.
Then why are you here? Why don't you just leave me alone?
Today's not a good day for you to be alone, Sonny.
What is it you want?
Little company.
Told you I want to be left alone. Now what is it about that you don't understand?
Oh, I understand it completely. What is it that you don't understand? Life isn't about being alone. There's joy everywhere you look for it. There's light, dark, everywhere you look for it. You just have to look for it.
There's no light in the dark for me.
Are you sure?
Just darkness.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because I see plenty of light. I see plenty of light. It's all around you.
And how
So-
come I can't see it?
Because you're not looking hard enough.
Everywhere I go, I see chaos. I see death. I see darkness.
That's what you're looking for.
I've just gone through too much and seen too much. I just don't want to live like this anymore.
Well, you sound like you're ready for a new path. Welcome to the new path.
I don't even know where to begin.
You're already beginning it, aren't you? This isn't your first step. This is your second step.
I've never felt so lost, so alone.
You just have to look around. The light's all around you, boy. Just look for it. And when you see it, don't turn away. Just because you've known the dark doesn't mean there's no light.
Some people can't change.
Oh, everybody can change. Everybody can change, even you. Even me. She taps Albert with her shoulder. Even this old son of a bitch. Everybody can change. I gotta go to the bathroom. She looks Albert dead in the eyes and says, I got to go to the bathroom. And he says, oh, I'm sorry. And he slowly climbs up out of his chair so that she can get out. Then she goes and disappears in the bathroom, and he sits back down. That woman has got more life in her than a dozen of us.
I wish I could feel alive again.
Yeah, you're only just taking your first steps in this new brighter world, Draknar. Your first steps. You think about it. Did you ever tell him what your name was? You're sure you did not tell him your name.
How do you know who I am?
Oh, it's not that important. Go with her. Her friends, they're going to need you. You've got knowledge that they need. And they've got the light that you need. The door to the
it couldn't hurt.
The door to the bathroom opens, and you hear Mildred come stumbling out. You glance over her way, and she comes walking up towards you. Where'd he go? Where'd Albert go? He's gone. He's gone. He didn't get up.
He just left.
He didn't get up. He didn't leave. It's only been a split second. He's gone.
Oh, he just disappeared?
He just disappeared.
I don't know where he went. He just disappeared on me. I don't understand.
You hear his voice in your ear, and it whispers, be the light that shines through to the deep. And the way he says that last word, the deep, it's strong, it's important, it's relevant. Be the light that shines through to the deep. And that's the time that the old lady's cell phone goes off. Mildred stumbles, pulling out her phone. She almost drops it and catches it. And she answers her phone. And it is Hannah. Hannah, you are at the hospital. You're not actually in the hospital this time, though, so that's nice.
Oh, well, that's a good change of pace.
So you are at the hospital. The police called the unexpecteds to the hospital, which really is you. And sometimes Black never crash, never crash in, never stones. Crash and stones get along pretty well, by the way. But so yeah, you're there because a young lady was killed outside of a club. She was killed, like killed, and then now she's alive. So, you call the superheroes when that happens.
Right.
So, you don't know what the hell's going on, but you're calling everybody because they called you. And Mildred is always full of stupid little pieces of knowledge. You figured it might as well be worth calling her in to help talk to the young lady and figure out what's going on. Black is there too. Black's probably questioning her right now and not doing it in a very friendly and favorable way. So Mildred answers the phone. Hannah, my dear, What's going on? Is there something fun happening tonight? You can tell me.
There is actually.
Oh.
We had somebody that died
Oh.
and is now no longer dead.
Oh. Well, that's good.
Yes.
Well, my date
Just
disappeared on
not
me, so
something
I
we're
can.
used
Yeah,
to.
let me come and help. Where are you?
Okay. I'm at the hospital.
You're at the
Insert
hospital.
hospital name here
Okay.
if there's more than one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Where's Crash? You know what? I'll just take a car. Yeah, I'll just take a car. Okay. Oh, and my new friend's gonna join us. She says, she holding the phone, talking to Hannah. She looks at Draknar. Your eyes meet, and she says, and my new friend is gonna join us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's nice. I mean, he's not really, but I think he'll be nice eventually.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming I know her well enough to know these.
You don't know
like
her
that.
that well. She kind of just
Oh.
settled in. One day, you guys were out
Oh,
doing hero
that's
stuff.
right.
You were out doing hero stuff.
Yeah.
When your hero stuff was over, you all got in Crash's car. She looked at Black and said, move over. And he moved over, and she joined your group.
Okay. Well, she just does things, and we've
Yep.
learned not to question
She walks on a cane. You know for a fact she doesn't really need it. She is actually quite an agile person and fakes her need for the cane. And she can shoot
Like
lasers
Yoda.
out of it. Like Yoda. And she can shoot lasers out of it. She holds it up like a rifle and shoots lasers out of it. You've also seen her shoot lasers out of her fingers, so she doesn't really need the cane.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Well,
You know what? I'm going to delete this guy's picture as since he disappeared.
Which guy?
Bye, Albert.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's gone now, so that answered that question.
So, yeah, Mildred waves down a car, flags down a car, and then you guys go and you're at the hospital and you get to meet Hannah. You've seen her on TV. And Black. You've seen them on, and Crash. Crash is on TV a lot. Not so much now, but about a year ago, he was famous for flying his car through the air to punch the Deep Scourge, which you thought when you saw it was actually pretty cool because the Deep Scourge is the the enemy of your family. So,
cool.
You know, it was kind of cool. He somehow drove his car up a crane and then launched through the air and kind of used his car to punch the monster across the face while it was fighting the the big sea serpent dragon that protects this city. And then he was super famous and he got on all the talk shows and dated all the fancy supermodels and stuff. And he did that for a while. Now his fame is starting to wear off. He's kind of a doofus.
Okay.
You saw from, while he was on TV and on the news. Okay.
I've seen you on TV. You have very impressive fighting skills.
You say to Crash,
but it seems like you're crazier than that old lady. So
I'm not crazier than her.
Apparently,
you're crazy. Okay, so you guys,
I don't know.
Yeah, you guys are in the hospital in the basement.
Yep.
And I did not make a picture for a hospital, but it's what you imagine. It's all white walls and sterilized everything. And yeah, Stones isn't down there, but Crash and Black and Hannah are down there. Because Crash is Hannah's ride.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. And Mildred and Draknar come down here. And Draknar, I can show you guys his picture again. I mean, you could scroll up, but I might as well just pop it in there again. I don't know how he's dressed anymore, though. We'll let John describe that. How's he dressed now that he's not in the Stormguard uniform? Is he still mostly dressed similar to that?
Well, yeah, like more in like a leather jacket, and he's kind of a tough, rough around the edges and kind of a jerk. So,
Okay.
he's kind of got that edgy thing.
Okay.
Got
He's
that-
the edgelord.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yep, you guys are in the hallway, and they come down, and Crash goes and meets you, and Crash and Draknar start having a conversation. Okay, let's go into another scene where Black is inside the room with the lady. Oh, you know what? You're probably talking to the guy. This is the guy that found her and brought her here. Black is talking to. Oh, I gotta make that picture go away. There. Okay, so Black is in a room having a conversation with the guy that found her and brought her to the hospital. She was already dead when he got here. Maybe she wasn't already dead when he found her. But either way, he brought a dead girl to the hospital. The story he's already told you is that she was attacked in the street. She was, she's just laying in the street with blood all over the place.
Does he look to have any does he have any wounds on himself?
No.
No wounds. And the clothes are just bloody, like they don't have any like tears or
No.
no?
Nope.
Hmm.
It does not look like he's the one that was in a fight. It looks like he's the one who carried
Right.
a dying girl to the hospital.
Okay, well the first thing Black's gonna want to know is he's gonna ask him, where did this take place? Can you give me a description of the monster? What exactly did you see?
Oh shit. I didn't even what did I name that club earlier today? I wasn't going to use it. Fuck.
I already asked something. Like, oh crap.
It's just all I had for her was that it was outside of a club. But this morning I named a club, so I might as well tie it in. So I'm gonna go find out what the name of that club is. Do. Is blue something or deep something or deep blue something? Hurry up. Inside this folder, and then inside this folder, and then inside this folder, and then we come to
Just call it Cheers or something.
it is called Blue Waters Club, one of the most premier night destinations in the city, and its club owner is Tom Gross Jr., who is a rumored, but a little bit heavier than rumor, especially to hero folk. He is rumored to be in league with the criminal organizations that are running the city. So Blue Waters, that's the name of the club.
Blue Waters.
Okay, did I write anything down about what he says? I don't remember. if I had decided to say that or not. What was that guy's name? Did I not name that guy? Nope, he's just a dude. Okay. I'm pretty sure I wrote. I mean, I have to have written something. Why else would that guy friggin' exist? I did a whole lot of work in one day. No, it's not in there. Nope. Oh well. Okay, what was the question? He tells you that it was outside the Blue Waters bar and there was blood everywhere.
But he didn't see the monster? I mean, that was Black's other question. If he saw what did it.
No, I didn't. I saw her. I heard a scream. I heard a growl. And then I come running around the corner and, she is laying there. Maybe he's lying.
Yeah, can I do an insight check then?
Yep, you can make an insight check, and I will make what is possibly a deception check, just to confuse you into whether or not I'm making a deception check.
Okay, so my insight is 10. How do I do? Where's the? I lost the window. Okay.
Oh shit! I rolled a 20. Good luck. Because maybe I didn't even roll. If he's not lying, I didn't even roll. I mean, well, I still rolled, but it didn't even matter. Okay, and then add whatever it says for your insight, which I believe is based off of awareness. It should be awareness or intellect.
It's awareness, and I have a rank in that of 4. So base 6 and rank 4.
Yep. So you add 10.
Yeah.
So that gives you a total of 20. And then I have 20 plus whatever my deception skill was. He does not seem like he's lying. He seems like he was legitimately worried about the girl and is legitimately sad that he didn't make it here to get her safe.
So Black's gonna say, so when you found the girl and you heard screaming, was there anyone else? Did you hear like feet running away? Did you hear like anything like that, like shuffling, people?
I heard a growl. It was like an animalistic growl, but not like from an animal, like from a person. Like he tries to copy some growls, and you kind of get the idea of what he's saying, but I don't think it was an animal. I think it was a person, but it was like a guttural growl. That's what I heard.
Does Black know any?
Does Black know what?
But just out of how Black looks through the files and he keeps track of superpower. Does he know anyone who would growl and snarl like that?
Orcs do that. Orcs do that a lot with their lower canines, their tusks. They do a lot of growling when they fight. Goblins also do that, but it'll be a higher pitched thing because they're only like 3 feet tall. They're not as big. And then plus, humans will do that too.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I was just like, is there anybody who they do it like specifically, but like it's such a general thing.
There is a he says he in fact he distinctly said that it when he was saying growl and you were questioning about it, that not animal. But there is a villain on the streets in the last few months who's been murdering people, and they're calling him the werewolf vigilante, and he's like like a 10-foot tall wolf man with claws, and he rips people apart, rips them to shreds, and he saves people. Like sometimes he'll rip to shreds someone who was attacking someone else. He saves people, and then the people that he saved claim that he told them he didn't murder anyone. He was destroying vampires. So that's kind of the background story for one of the new villains that's in the city. But this guy did distinctly say that it didn't sound like an animal. But that doesn't mean that, he's a human wolf guy. So maybe
Right.
this girl does not look like she was attacked by the vigilante werewolf, though. He leaves a
Oh well, I mean,
mess. He leaves a mess of the people he murders.
so Black saw the body then, or he saw?
Oh
He
yeah, the
saw
girl.
her.
Uh huh. Yeah, you've seen the girl. She's awake. She's in another room talking to Hannah. We'll do that in a second.
Did she? Did she by any chance when he saw her? What kind of wound was it, or what kind of like?
She
Yeah, like what kind of
had
wound?
been stabbed a couple of times, and her neck was torn open like she was attacked by a vampire. I've got her picture somewhere.
I see.
Now, vampires,
But when you say
unlike
like,
a lot of other fantasy stories, vampires are not real. Vampires are a fictional thing like they are in our real world. Because let's face it, why do you need vampires when you have necromantic magic going already? So there are stories of vampires, but they're, it's fiction, the same way it is in real life.
I mean, well, Black's gonna, yeah, he's just gonna ask the guy, he's gonna ask him. Well, I'm sure he got his name first. Like that was one of the first things
I
he
didn't name
did. I'm
that guy.
assuming
Yeah, sure.
it's somewhere. It'll come up.
His
Uh
name is I don't know what's his name look like from that picture. Lynn, look at his picture. Give me a name, just his first name. I don't care. Hurry up.
Uh,
Edward.
Edward. All right, he's Edward now.
okay, sure.
The girl too. Give me her name.
Sophia.
That's
I was gonna
exactly
say
what I
Bella.
was thinking. Actually,
No, you could put Bella. And the werewolf guy's Jacob, wherever he is.
the vigilante werewolf.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. All right, any other question you have for him before I cut the scene and we'll go to the girl?
Is there anything else that stuck out? Just anything at all?
Dude, I saw a girl who was dying in the street, so I grabbed her and went and came here. I wasn't investigating. No, nothing stood out. No,
Right.
just the only thing that stood out to
Yeah.
me was that I heard the fight, I guess you could say, from around the corner. I heard the girl, I heard her scream, I heard the fight, and I heard a growl, but not like an animal growl, like a dude growl. Like maybe he's an orc, or I've even seen humans growl, especially like athletes and stuff. So it just sounded like a dude growl. It didn't sound like an animal. That's the 5th time
Yeah,
he said
like,
that.
right.
Hmm.
And then my I guess my last question is, when you went to go get her, there was blood, right? By any chance did you notice any like footprints? If they were shoes, if they were
I didn't
paw
notice any.
prints?
It doesn't mean there aren't any, bro. This is I told you where it is.
Yeah.
Go look. The cops are probably there already.
Yeah. Right.
But I mean,
All right. Well,
you're black. You should probably go because the cops in this city suck. That's why we got all them robots now.
yeah.
But yeah, you should go. You're the investigator for the city. It's up to you to find
Right.
who killed this girl, and it's also up to you guys to find
All
out
right,
why
well.
she's not dead. She was dead.
And definitely look into that too. That's interesting. Black's gonna, thank him and see himself out.
Okay, we're gonna cut to Hannah is in the room with a distraught young 20s, maybe late teens girl who was just murdered and a couple of hours later came back to life. She's
Huh?
crying. She's not in a good mood.
What's her name? Do I know her name already?
Her name
Is
is
that Bella?
Sophia. Yeah, you know. You guys have been talking already for a couple of minutes. We're not
Oh,
starting
okay.
from the beginning. We're starting from in the middle.
So we know each other, but I haven't asked her any real questions yet.
Right. Yeah, you've been trying to get her to calm
Okay, so
down.
we're about to ask her some real questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've been developing
All right.
rapport and trying to get her to
Sophia.
calm down.
Right. Okay. Sophia, can you tell me what you remember about what happened?
This is everything hurts. Am I a
Oh.
fucking vampire now? I can't believe I'm a fucking vampire now. This is fucking bullshit.
I don't know. Do you remember who did this to you?
I don't know. He followed me out of the club.
Okay.
You should
Which
make an
club?
inside check also. Blue Waters.
Oh, okay.
You
Blue
already
Waters.
know that she was in Blue Waters.
So he followed you out of the club.
Yep. Make an insight roll, and I will also make a deception roll for her because maybe she's lying and is going to use my roll.
Okay. I'm making insight.
She rolled a 19. You guys are lucky I'm not kicking your ass with guns and stuff.
I don't know how to do these things.
/roll space D20.
Okay, but what do I need? Like my insight 16.
Yeah. You just add that 16 to it. You roll D20 and add 16.
Oh, okay.
That's it. It's super easy. The math is already done for you as long as Alan
Okay.
doesn't suck at making character sheets.
Okay, so I do this in general.
Well,
No.
you
Where's the dice
got a
rolling?
channel for it.
Got it.
It'll work in general, but
Okay,
we're
roll
trying to keep them all in one place.
1d20.
Yep.
I just leave that, right?
What? Yeah, you just type
Isn't it set up
/roll
already?
space D20. That's it.
Oh
Oh.
my.
You roll a 3 and you
That's the
add, what'd you
second-
say, 17?
16, I believe.
Okay. And she rolled a
Okay.
19 and adds, it's a secret. It's
That's
also a
16.
secret whether she's actually lying or not. If she's lying and is using her roll and is good at lying, she'll probably kick your ass at it. Okay.
We're amazing heroes.
Yeah.
Okay, but can I also use I guess like persuasion in the sense of like trying to make her I guess
Yes, you can make a persuasion roll for your attempt to, bond with her, get her to open up and calm down. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I also have deception, so
Well, I think this would be
whichever. Okay, so just to persuade her. Well, I was gonna say to persuade her to like be open and honest in order to help the situation. But if she's not wanting to help the situation, then that's not gonna help anyways. So.
Yeah, but yeah, make a persuasion roll. Just roll again. Add your persuasion.
Okay, 19. Where's this? Oh shoot, what was it? Because it had it set up for me already. 1d20. There we go.
Much
18
better.
plus 19.
Okay. Yeah, she
37.
is opening up to you.
Okay. Okay, so he followed you out of the club.
Yeah, he followed me out of the
And then
club.
what happened?
Then he attacked me
Mm-hmm.
and he bit me. And she arches her neck and shows you he bit me right here. There are 2 puncture wounds on her neck, like in a vampire story.
Mm-hmm.
He bit me like
Okay.
like he was a fucking vampire, and he drank all my blood, and I died, and now I'm alive again. Am I a fucking vampire now? How am I going to tell my
Would
mom
you
I'm a
give
vampire now?
me? Well, let's not take it too far. Let's kind of take it step by step and figure out what's going on, okay? Before we start telling people you're a vampire. Um, would you give me permission to look at your record so I can like get a good idea of like what they said happened to you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Find it because
Okay.
if he's a vampire and now I'm a vampire, then I mean, is he like is he my vampire mask? Am I his slave now?
I don't. I have no idea.
Are vampires real?
Let's just take it one.
You can tell me, Hannah. Are vampires fucking
I
real?
I have no idea. I'm assuming Hannah has no idea. Does she?
No, I mean, as
Are
far
they?
you've never, you, as far as you can tell, you've never seen.
Okay.
This is the closest to a
So
vampire
no.
situation you've had.
Right. Okay. And that's what you're gonna tell her. Like I've never seen something like this. I've never experienced anything like this. Um, but I do know we obviously know that magic exists and powers exist. So it could be a multitude of things. So we
Maybe
don't
it's
want to just jump into vampire.
maybe it's someone with a gift that makes them like a vampire. It might as well just be
Possibly.
a vampire then.
I mean, I don't know. I'm with here. I'm willing to
How am I
work with
going to
you. We're
find
going
out
to
if I
figure out
can
what
go in the
happened.
sunlight in the morning? Do I just walk out and burst
I
into flames? How
that's I let's just take it one step at a time, okay? I'm gonna go talk to your doctors, um,
okay.
and see what information I can get, and then I will talk to who I know and see if anybody has any knowledge about any of this, okay? For
Okay.
now, just stay as calm as you can, just relax, and as soon as I find out something, I will let you know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You leave the room and you find
Mhm.
Mildred and a black and red dragon kind that she, not physically dragged, but he looks like she kind of emotionally dragged his ass here.
um,
But she does that.
Mildred.
So, oh, Hannah,
Yeah.
is
Oh.
everything okay? How is she?
Um. Uh.
Don't worry, don't
She
worry.
thinks she was
I got
bitten.
this. She goes into the room and closes the door
Oh,
behind her.
okay. Oh
But
no, I
I'm
want to
sorry,
follow her in there.
I gotta take a break for a minute.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. You follow
Is
her in
that
there?
real life or is
No, I think that's
Draco
real
trying to
life.
run away? Okay, I can see it both ways.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to try and go in there.
She's just doing the same thing as you were doing. She's going to
Okay,
make
well
a
I'm gonna
persuasion
listen.
roll and just try and, bond with the girl and talk to her and try to calm her down.
Mhm.
And let me make
Okay, and I
another
also
die
want to
roll.
hear
Let's see.
all her.
You want to hear what she says? Slash roll.
I want to hear her reaction to it and stuff too, because she's a weird lady.
Okay. Oh, I only rolled half this time. Okay. So, yeah, Mildred comes in. She walks over. Oh, honey, are you okay? And then she goes and gives the girl a hug. I'm Mildred, and I'm gonna make sure everything's okay now. And then the girl starts crying in her arms. She says, I'm a vampire now. Oh, honey, you're not a vampire. Vampires aren't real. And that's basically how it goes. You don't learn
Okay, so
anything.
she didn't give any ideas of what could have happened. She just says vampires aren't real.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Draknar that knows vampires are real. Once he gets in the
Oh,
conversation.
well, where's? Okay, well, I think we should wait then, because I mean, I don't
Okay.
know if he would say something or not. I don't know anything about Ragnar. I guess in the meantime, I could go to the doctor,
Yep, okay.
and she gave me permission to look at it and get whatever information I can about what happened.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, you find the doctor. His name is Dr. Sunday.
Okay,
And
like the ice
he
cream, I
is
like the
talk
day.
you ask him? Oh, yeah, I guess you look at his name tag. It's like the
Yeah,
ice
I
cream.
read it. Oh yeah. Okay.
He's
Yeah. Well,
talking
it's
to
because I'm typing my notes.
okay.
Okay.
He's talking to some other doctors, and then when you come in, then they hush, and then they say, "Oh, Hannah." Well, yeah, you roll in. Oh, Hannah,
Oh, I
and
want to
then
use persuasion with the doctor as well,
okay,
just
go
so
for
he
it, and
tells
then
me
also
everything.
make a treatment roll. Make your
Okay.
persuasion first, and then treatment.
I forgot how I did this. Like this.
Slash roll d20.
No, there was a okay right there. Okay, so oh gosh,
You're not very charming
persuasion is
today.
no, I'm sure not. I guess I'm just irritated by it. Might be I'm
And then a
oh
treatment roll.
god. Okay, so 21, and then treatment I add
21 is actually still good.
17.
Got those superhero stats.
Okay,
Okay, so
34 for treatment.
all right. As this conversation starts going, you are at least on the same equal level of medical skill as the doctors who are going over her charts. Okay?
Okay.
So they're discussing the fact that her heart isn't beating, but she's alive. She's not
Okay.
dead. So they're talking at first they're talking the science behind it and how's it working, and then they start talking about is she a revenant? Do you know what a revenant is in my world?
No.
No. Okay. You do know what Jakor is? No. The Eternal King?
Hannah might. I don't remember.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I don't I mean, well, Hannah will, yeah. So, all right. About what was it like 1200 years ago, during while the empire was just starting to come into its real power in late state territory and grow, uh, the last human kingdom was overrun by a horde of undead that just showed up for no fucking reason. The land that they came from, just all of the vegetation died and it became a desert overnight, and all of the dead people that were buried there got up and attacked people.
Okay.
Apparently, a couple of thousand years before that, they were uh, another kingdom called Jakor, and there was a very worshipping of death and necromancy heavy kingdom, and they had a king who's called the Eternal King, and he was a bad guy, and eventually they threw him into a magic jail because he lives forever and they couldn't kill him, so they put him in a magic jail where his magic stopped, and then eventually they're they fixed everything, and their kingdom didn't suck, and their necromancy faded.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, and then so anyway, like 1200 years ago, all of the undead from there woke up, and they're still around now. Some of them are living in the empire,
Oh.
and then there are revenants like Major Wargasm. There is loose necromantic magic floating through the world, and once or twice a year, especially in the winter, and it is not the winter right now, but especially in the winter, someone who dies might be filled with this necromantic energy and come back, which is what happened to Major Wargasm. So it is possible that she's a revenant. It is possible that necromantic energy flew through her and didn't let her die. Reunited her soul to her dead form. It's also slightly possible that there's a vampire or someone who's gifted with powers similar to a vampire.
Okay. So
And
the
then,
doctors are currently wondering if she's a revenant or
yes. And they
an
are
undead from.
studying
Okay.
her charts, studying what organs of hers are working and what organs aren't, and comparing that to other known revenants like Major Wargasm. So you're looking at her charts and you're looking at 60 years ago charts for Major Wargasm when technology wasn't even the same. And they're trying to determine if she has the same situation he has. And even if she doesn't, do all revenants work the same way he does? They don't even know that.
Okay. Okay.
So you can jump in on that conversation if you want to. You're understanding everything they say, even the science and medical
The
talk.
same as okay. Not really. Are you finding any similarities to Major Wargasm or
The technology was so bad the last time that Major Wargasm was in custody. So the technologies are so different. We didn't have the CAT scan, or we didn't really have anything. We barely had X-rays. But what we did have was, injections. And what's the opposite of injections? Blood draws. We were able to run blood tests, and some of that looks like maybe it's similar. His heart beats though, and her heart isn't beating. But that doesn't mean that she's not a revenant, because the necromantic magic doesn't always trigger exactly the same. It's magic. It's not science. It's keeping her alive now. No matter what it is, it's magic keeping her alive now. She's still here because of magic, whether it's because she's a revenant or because somebody has vampiric powers that like out
Is
of
that
a
like a zombie
story.
revenant?
Yeah, kind of. It's a. I just explained it while you were away.
Sorry.
Let's see. So there's loose necromantic magic floating through the air, and a couple of times a year, usually in the winter, and it is not winter right now. That energy will just flow into someone who freshly died and bring them back, and then they never die. They're around forever from now on. Their body will rot away, kind of like a zombie or like a mummy, and they will hold it together and do the best they can. And the most famous case of this, especially in this city, is uh, about 200 years ago. A young gang member, teenager, was killed in the streets. And when he came back as a revenant, he started a new gang called the Chaos Army, and he started calling himself Major Wargasm. And he has been like the top villain in the city ever since. He was caught a few times. He's been executed like 30 times. None of them took. He's been a couple of times. He was actually rescued by the uh, by Chaos is the name of the very first superhero. He just arrived. No one knows where he came from. He just arrived and he gave prophecies like he knew the future. he has gone into prisons and rescued Major Wargasm twice. So, all right. So back to this. Yep. Doctors are wondering if she's. They're basically wondering if she's a vampire. Yeah. Even though vampires aren't real. That's
Okay.
ridiculous. So Draknar walks into the room because he thinks he can go wherever he wants. He doesn't really care because that was the life he lived up until today. So he just walks into the room where there are these three doctors and this wheelchair chick who's smarter than they are, and you hear them talking. They're talking about whether she's a revenant. They are comparing her medical charts to 60 years ago medical charts they have from Major Wargasm, trying to see if she's a revenant like he is. And they're also playing around with the idea of whether she's actually a vampire or not. It's possible. And then one of the doctors says, "No, that's stupid. There's no such thing as vampires." And then Draknar coughs, clears his throat, and says, "Go ahead and say it. What are you talking about? They're vampires." Say it however you want to say it. That is going to be the last line, and then we're going to turn it off. He coughs, clears his
tons
throat.
of vampires. They're
There's-
real.
There's totally vampires. They're real, and that's where
Yeah.
we're going to stop.
Oh.
Okay.
Ah,
That was fun.
Yeah. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. You did real well because your very first scene was jumping right into role play scenes. It wasn't like doing combats and rolls and stuff. So no, you
Yeah.
did real well. I tried to have some other things happen first, so you kind of you kind of got to see how other people were, how we're just telling a story, But no, you did real
Cool.
good. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so when's next time we play?
I don't know when you guys want to play again. I know we were talking about Tuesdays, but
Ah.
Thursdays are actually better for me. Thursdays have decided to be awful at work. So
I'm good with any day after. Well, I get off at 4. I'm off Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So I'm off those days, and then probably like by 5 any other day. I gotta go home, shower,
how about
shower
Lynn?
some more.
I'm good any day. I think
How about
I'm
John?
used to the same thing every day.
What day did you just say Thursdays were bad or good for you?
I'm saying Thursdays are the best day for me. Like the
Well,
same
Thursday
time.
works for me.
Okay, like the same
Yeah,
time we did
I don't mind
today.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody good for next week on Thursday? In fact, let me go check
Yep.
the calendar because I got a couple doctor's appointments I got to go to and drive Charlie to. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
That was pretty fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun. Just so you guys know, if Dragnar doesn't say anything, Black's planning to go to the kitchen and get garlic, and he's gonna start making tests on the girl. So
Just grab
That's
a
what he was
mirror,
gonna-
see if she has a reflection.
Yeah, I'm good for Thursday too. So we're all good for Thursday?
Yep.
At the same time.
Yep, at the same time.
yeah, I am.
6 for you,
Alright.
4 for us, and noon for John.
Yep.
Sounds
That
good.
works good.
Okay, cool. Anything you guys want to talk about or comment on?
Just for next time, if nobody tells Black that there are vampires, he's gonna he went to the kitchen and he's gonna give the girl like garlic just to see if anything happens. So
Okay. No, you probably
That's what he was
came
planning.
into this room.
he's like,
Like-
you know what? I'm just gonna. Oh wait, no. But
You
nobody
walked
said
in right
vampires
behind
here. Yeah.
Draknar so that you hear it too. Everybody except for Crash. Who knows where Crash is? And Mildred. Mildred is in the room with the girl. So all 3 of you guys are in the room with the doctors when Draknar says, "What are you talking about? Vampires are totally real."
Oh, Black's gonna pocket the garlic. He's got a mortgage, so
Yep.
every little bit helps.
I don't need to say more. I'll take it home.
So is Draknar lying or is there
No,
supposed
no,
to be
there-
vampires?
There are 5 different vampire clans. They were founded somewhere just around the same time that the Empire has been founded. They've been running inside the like the elite of the Empire since then. The Stormguard have rooted them out a few times. You've killed entire hives full of them. They're all over the place.
Oh my.
They worship the
Oh, cool.
the opposite faction to Thorlax in the dualism. They worship the knight. They
I was wondering if he was messing with them or something. Like, yeah,
No.
they're real.
I'm not sure if Dragnar messes with people yet. I don't know.
Okay.
We're just barely getting to know him. But no. I mean,
Okay.
your whole point of being here is to tell them that, oh yeah, vampires are totally real.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
you've probably, if not led an attack, when you were younger, you probably even helped attack a vampire hive. You know that they have 5 different
Remus?
clans. Their clans
Oh yeah.
are like
I'll be there in a minute.
they're they have like different beliefs and organizations. Like one of them is totally into running banks and having money and stuff, and another one's like totally into art and also having they're all real big into having money. Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. So
Vampire.
you're not a master in knowledge of vampires, but yeah, for fucking sure, there are vampires. Uh-huh.
You know more than
cool.
the rest of us.
Yeah. Maybe Mildred knows a lot about, which probably does, right?
Didn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Mildred said they don't exist.
Oh, honey,
Oh.
vampires aren't real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but who knows with Mildred?
Okay. Anything else we want to talk about before we cut the tape? Before we cut the recording?
No, just fun. It was a fun game.
Yeah.
Good start.
Yeah.
Would you guys did you guys like the way I tried to do the beginning with the 2 scenes happening side by side?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I think it might have played a little better in my imagination, but I think we did
I
it
think
well
it-
enough
I think
that
it
you
was
were
fun.
able to see what I was trying to do if I was writing a screenplay or making a movie.
I think it was.
Cool. Okay. And that was a pretty good introduction to Draknar, you guys think?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay, maybe we'll have a
Yeah.
fight next time. I got no fucking idea what happens next time.
Yeah.
In fact,
It's
there are
Yeah.
multiple ways you guys could go from here, so I have to prepare a bunch of different. Next time is going to be
We're all just
much more me
shocked as
prepping
vampires.
ideas, and then and then well, you're probably going to go to the club, so I can.
That was Black's second idea.
Yeah. So I guess I got to work out the club. All right. Well, I got a week. I got a week to rest and then like a few hours to do it real fast in a hurry on Thursday morning. That's what happened last time.
Oh yeah. It's funny though because we were so excited. We're like, there's not gonna be any hang-ups. We don't have roll 20.
Mm-hmm.
There were hang-ups.
Oh yeah.
I think there's always going to be hang-ups with everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess this headset worked a lot better, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
That was weird.
I'll just have to take
Yeah.
it from Charlie every Thursday. My other one works fine on PlayStation. Weird.
Yeah, I've never had any issues with you when you're on PlayStation.
Oh well. Computer doesn't like it, I
Just-
guess. Or maybe
Mm,
maybe since it's wireless, the computer is using just a little bit more RAM than it has available to try and pull that
You
off.
might want to clear your caches, your
Maybe.
caches.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's cut the recording. Thank you to the 1 or 2 people who got around to watching our show, and to future Alan, hi, because I'm the only one that really watches it. Hi from the past. All right, we can stop.